Guess what? We have some good news for you.
Okay.
Guess. Guess what it is?
I don't know.
Guess.
I don't know, babe. What?
I'm pregnant.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm so happy. Yeah.
We looked over your labs, and your HCG, it is positive. It is a little bit on the lower side. It's around like 61.32 for your HCG.
Okay.
So it is positive.
Okay.
So we want to keep, continuing to monitor and everything.
Okay, so I'm 5 weeks. I'm having some bleeding, and today I'm scheduled to go do my first ultrasound and then some repeat labs. I did labs last Friday, so it's been 6 days, and all my numbers looked good last Friday, but then all of a sudden yesterday I started having some like pretty heavy bleeding. So I'm going to, the ultrasound was already on the calendar to go see like make sure it's not like an ectopic, it's in the right place, but and then also like repeat labs, but obviously, yeah, like it's pretty scary to be bleeding, especially considering my history. So anyway, I was having some bleeding, so obviously that's terrifying. And so I went to the doctor this morning, and they did an ultrasound and did my labs. My labs came back great. My HCG is like, let me look it up and tell you. So when I went last week for an HCG draw on Friday, so 6 days ago, it was like 330, and then today it was 4,700. So that's very good. I was hoping for like at least 2,800. That would have been like every 48 hours doubling. And they did an ultrasound, so that's really good. My progesterone level is okay, but I'm gonna be taking now extra progesterone oil, like progesterone and oil, PIO injections, or PIO, I don't really know, but I always just read it PIO whenever I'm reading like on Reddit and stuff. And then my estrogen was increased as well. So and I'm going to keep going with the progesterone suppositories that I have been doing. So they did an ultrasound. Baby looks good. There's the gestational sac, and then she saw a yolk sac in there too, and then that little white like grain of rice is my little baby, measuring right on schedule, which is fantastic. And then up here, like all this cloudy area up here is a subchorionic hematoma. So that's what's causing the bleeding. They said as much as I'm able to stay off my feet today, and like while I'm bleeding through the weekend, stay off my feet. So I have been doing that. I did some work this morning, and now I'm just resting a little bit.
Oh wow. Yeah, sorry it's not.
Okay, so I went to the doctor again this morning. They did another ultrasound. Baby is measuring right on schedule, over 7 weeks, which is great. And my labs all looked really good. I am taking still every other day progesterone and oil shots, and then suppositories too every night. And I think that's really helping, because you can definitely tell a difference, like the level of my progesterone the day after I've taken it versus like the day after I haven't taken it the night before. So I think it's making a huge difference. I have just been working today. I have one more day of work after today, or like a day and a half of work, and then I'm taking off all of next week for Thanksgiving. We are gonna go, so my first appointment with my OB-GYN is the 11th of December, and we're also that night going to my in-laws' house for dinner with them to celebrate my husband's birthday. So I was initially thinking we would tell them at Christmas, now I'm kind of thinking maybe we tell them on the 11th, and I don't know if it's going to be just my mother-in-law and father-in-law, or if it's going to be all my in-laws. And I kind of feel like if it's just going to be my mother-in-law and father-in-law, maybe we tell them on the 11th, and then we can tell my husband's siblings and everyone else on Christmas. I don't know, but I'm just like getting really excited. And you know, it's been 4 weeks since I found out, and I will say, like, I wish time was going by faster, because obviously pregnancy is a marathon, and I want so badly, like, a baby in my arms, and I know from firsthand experience how much can go wrong between now and next summer when I'm due. But I also feel like time has gone, like, the past 4 weeks haven't been like dragging by. So it hasn't gone by like super fast, but there's been a lot going on. Obviously, I always have a lot to do in terms of like work, taking care of my kids, and you know, everything else. Like, and we're about to be in the full steam ahead for the holidays, so I feel like it's gonna be 12 weeks, which is like right around Christmas time, before I know it. So anyway, everything looks great. Symptoms wise, I've been having more nausea, right? Like when I wake up and then I'm like get moving around a little bit, but I still haven't eaten breakfast yet. I'm definitely having more nausea most mornings, but then when I eat something, the nausea like goes away and I don't really have any issues with it for the rest of the day. And then I have been like not ravenously hungry, which is unusual for me. Like during first trimester, typically I like could eat 24/7, but I've just been like normal hungry, and I think it's because I'm eating tons of protein. Like I'm intentionally every single meal trying to have like a substantial amount of protein, and so I think that that's like helping me stay full, and I'm not like snacking, so that's good. And even if I do get a snack, it's like yogurt or cheese, where at least like there's some protein in there too. So I can't do meat sticks. Like I'm just repulsed by them. I'm still loving the dark chocolate peanut butter cups. The Unreal kind and the skinny dipped kind are so good. What else? Oh, electrolytes. I've been drinking electrolytes every day mixed in my water. They're so good. I have the strawberry margarita flavor, and it's good. And like when it's not fully like mixed and it's like a little bit sour, it's so good. What else? There hasn't really been anything that I have been like craving, but I've definitely been like really like opposed to eating certain things. Like I just will think something sounds good, and then I'll go make it, and then it's the grossest thing ever after I've had one bite. So that's obviously not good. I have really been wanting, there's a salad that I went from a place near my house, and I've really been wanting that salad, but I told myself, I went to the grocery store and I got all the like ingredients for that salad, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it at home, and it's not as good at home as it is at the restaurant. So it has all the same stuff in it anyway, but you know what I mean, like it's just, I don't know, the quantities of what I'm putting in there and everything is not like spot on the way they do it at the restaurant. So I'm gonna make myself eat the rest of like the kale and like other stuff that's on there before I get one in person from that restaurant, because I don't want to like waste all the groceries I have or have them go bad. Outside of that, like no real new developments. We did hear the heartbeat today. It was a little bit quiet, but obviously that was fantastic, because like, you know, I feel like you feel really good, and then as your next ultrasound approaches, you're like, what if I go in there and there's no heartbeat, or like what if I go in there and, you know, like something's wrong. So it's just such a relief. It feels so good to come out of an ultrasound. Everything looks great. No more bleeding. She said it didn't look like there was any other like hematomas, whatever, like any evidence of bleeding. So that's good. My bleeding has stopped, which is also fantastic. So anyway, yeah, everything's going really well. 7 weeks, over 7 weeks, and you just got to make it like 30 more. Okay, this is it. I ordered it. It's so yummy. It's from a Dare Kitchen. It has kale, pickled onions, cucumber, avocado, sliced almonds, tomatoes, and I add chicken, and it's like a sweet ginger miso dressing. Oh my. Okay, so that was crazy. I just went to my 8-week appointment and the fire alarm went off. So that was interesting and very eventful, but everything went great. Strong heartbeat of like 175 or so. And then little baby's just chilling, looking bigger for sure. And went great. I don't have any bleeding right now, which is fantastic. There's definitely still some like little black spots in there that could bleed, but right now I'm not bleeding, so that's good. We have something to tell you, boys.
It's really exciting.
So, God, you remember how we've been praying a lot for God to give us another baby in our family? God put another baby in Mommy's tummy. So there's a little baby in Mommy's tummy right now that God put in there. And it's really, really small. But over the next several months, we're hoping it's gonna keep growing, and then we might have another little brother or sister.
I hope it's a brother.
You hope it's another boy? Like a little William?
Yeah.
William, do you hope it's a boy or a girl?
Everyone be boy in our family.
Everyone be a boy in our family. Okay.
Except Mom.
Except Mom. Okay. Are you guys happy?
Yeah. What?
Okay, what do you want to say to your little baby?
I'm so proud of you. I'll show you this when you are 10 years old.
Cool.
And when William's 11 years old.
Williams.
And it's gonna be like.
The baby's gonna be born right before you turn 6.
Ooh, right before.
Yeah.
And when it's.
Probably June in the summer.
And here's your pictures that I best show you.
Yeah. Can you tell the baby where his head is and stuff?
Okay. So your head was right here.
Yeah. Good job.
Your head is right. Your head is right.
It's right there. And then your bottom is right there. Your back's on the top. What's on the bottom?
Your feet.
Tummy and your feet. Yeah. Then what's that little black dot in the head?
That's your brain.
That's right. What are some other names that you
How
like?
about Pete?
Pete? Like Pete the cat?
Yeah.
That's a good name. Or Monster Truck. Yeah, I've never met a baby named Monster Truck. Okay, so the thing about being pregnant after having a loss or multiple losses, as I have, is there is a tremendous amount of anxiety associated with pregnancy. And this morning I kind of freaked out because I just thought that the baby was not okay. So I'm going to just do an ultrasound. Thankfully there's a place in town called Little Bellies that does like private ultrasounds any day of the week. I'm pretty sure they're open 7 days a week. And so I'm gonna go there and hopefully they find a heartbeat and can kind of put my mind at ease and I'll feel a little bit less anxious, but I just can't, like, I don't know, I'm just feeling so stressed out about it, so this is necessary. Okay, so baby looks great, heartbeat strong, growing, moving, looks fantastic, so I'm so relieved. So now we can just go on about the day. Okay, so I just did another ad hoc scan because I was having a lot of anxiety, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Baby is doing amazing. Heart's beating strong. He or she jumping around. We did the what's it called? The like blood test this past week to see if it's a boy or a girl. So hopefully I'll find out before Christmas if it's a boy or a girl. And yeah, I've done exactly 3 extra ultrasounds now just to make sure, in addition to like all of the ones I've been doing, just to make sure everything's good. So obviously the anxiety level is high. I'm over 10 weeks. Everything looks great so far, which is definitely helping me to kind of calm down and relax about this a little bit. And no major symptoms anymore at this point. Like, I used to feel so tired, like exhausted, even if I got like 9+ hours of sleep, and I would go to bed as soon as possible at night and then like sleep as late as I possibly could. But last night I got 7 hours and I feel totally fine, which is normally like not enough for me. And so I think pregnancy tired with 2 young children and a full-time job has got to be the most exhausting situation that there is in life.
Wait, let me do a second.
I don't want to bite into it.
What's this, Matt? What's this fresh?
So 51%.
The least I seem might be easier to bite into. You want to see?
I don't want it.
You don't want to?
Oh, this is exciting.
Whoa! Take big bite, Hallie.
Big bite.
Okay, don't say. Just bite big. Bite big.
On the bottom?
Bite big. Go for it.
Bite you can.
And then open it up and show us. You need a bigger bite?
Yeah.
Go, girl.
Bigger bite.
Big. Let me see. Show us. Here we go. That's so awesome.
Okay, so I figured I would just end this video here. I am coming up on 13 weeks, so almost right at the end of my first trimester. I'm feeling generally like most days, I would say I feel like a 6 out of 10. So like slightly better than neutral most days. If I was going about normal life, I probably feel like a 9 or 10 out of 10 every day. So definitely this pregnancy has hit me very hard. I have had a bunch of like, it's just a much harder, like I feel like every subsequent pregnancy that I've had has been more difficult than the previous one. And I'm so grateful to be pregnant. Obviously, we've been trying for this baby for so long and it's an absolute miracle. And I'm so thankful to have made it to this point. Obviously, pregnancy after so many losses, water breaking early, premature delivery, like after all those things, I just have a tremendous amount of anxiety. And so I will feel a lot better when I'm like 17 weeks from now and I have a week starting with a 3, and if baby comes, the odds are really good. So obviously, you know, we want to go full term, but I feel like I'll be able to breathe a lot easier whenever I get to, like, physically probably breathing will be harder, but emotionally breathing easier when we get to 30+ weeks. So that should be like the end of April timeframe. It's the end of December now. I have had so many like symptoms, fatigue, cravings, food aversions, extreme hunger, nausea, insomnia, headaches, body aches, gotten sick like once, like ill once. And then I have a little bit of cold now, which I think I got from my 3-year-old son. But other than that, thankfully things are going well. Starting in January, I'm going to be monitored really closely. So they'll check my cervix, I think every 2 weeks, to make sure it's not shortening. And if it looks like it's shortening, then I'll probably be doing a cerclage. And other than that, cravings have been kiwis, balsamic vinegar, and like vinegary tasting things, very sour things, and like strong taste, so like very like strong flavored sourdough bread, and like you know, like even just like sour drinks and like lemon juice and that kind of thing. Meat, sausage for sure. Sausage is always one of mine. And we found out it's a boy, which I'll insert that clip, which is so exciting. We would have been thrilled if it was a girl or a boy. So, but we're so excited to have another little boy. We absolutely love being parents to boys. And the boys are both thrilled to have another little brother. So, oh yeah, and the buffalo chicken dip from Trader Joe's. Those have been like my major cravings this pregnancy so far. Food aversions, they kind of come and go. Like for a while I could not eat apples, and I really didn't want like meat some days. Other days I really didn't want like vegetables. Sometimes I don't want yogurt, but other days like yogurt is a staple for me. So, and like dairy products and stuff. I've really liked cheese consistently, so I've been eating a lot of cheese, which is probably not very good, but I've been eating a lot of cheese. And liking random things that I don't normally like in my normal diet. Like I don't really like grapes that much, but I've been really liking grapes lately. Kiwis, I've been like obsessed with kiwis, and I normally don't eat them, which they're good. Like I'm not repulsed by them in normal life, but whatever. I just don't like eat kiwis, but I've been eating them a lot. And I really don't like drinking just water. Like I really like drinking coffee, tea, sparkling water, water with electrolytes in it, or, you know, whatever, like water with lemon juice in it, whatever, but like not water, or it has to be like freezing cold water. So that's another thing. So, I don't know, just overall feeling so blessed I've gotten to this point, so good generally. I mean, like bad physically, but like good in general, and optimistic. I've done the Doppler at home, basically like twice a day since 11 weeks, and I've been able to find the heartbeat every time, which is fantastic for my nerves. And so that's been super helpful. And so that's been like a highlight of the first trimester, is doing the Doppler at home, and then also finding out the gender. Obviously I like felt from the beginning that I was going to be a boy, because we've had so many boy pregnancies so far, but it is confirmed a boy. So at this point it's like we no longer need gender reveals from this point on, because we know it's just going to be a boy. So yeah, I definitely have been like having a lot more cramps, getting a lot more like crampy, contraction-y, just from like walking around very easily. So I'm not working out at all. I'm taking it so easy. Like I love going on long walks, and I like haven't been doing that at all. But even just walking a little bit, like this morning I was walking a little bit at the farmer's market and had all these cramps. So now I'm resting. I've been doing a lot of resting. So thankfully my husband is doing a lot of like taking care of the kids, and I'm taking 2 weeks off for the holidays right now from work. So I'm able to like just rest and not like have that to manage, as well as like taking care of my children and everything around the house and kind of everything else to do as a adult. So anyway, that was my first trimester. It was honestly fantastic. Like in the grand scheme of things, I'm the number of worries that I had throughout this first trimester and the fact that we've made it this far. In the beginning, it feels like so far away. Like when you find out you're like less than 4 weeks pregnant, and now to have made it like 10 weeks later, or like whatever, 9 weeks later, it just feels jump. And so I'm hopeful that I'll make it 20 more weeks, and then like, you know, not 30 more weeks, because then I would be past due, but you know, what are we looking at? Like, I'm hoping for like a 37-week delivery, and so that would be mid-June, and that would be, I'm almost 13 weeks, so that would be 24 weeks. It's not that many. Like, that's doable, that's achievable. So obviously baby steps, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, but yeah, just feeling really good. We told our families on Christmas Eve and Christmas, whenever we celebrated with both of them, and everyone's super thrilled, which is very exciting. So we're gonna get the nursery started. I've started like buying clothes, even though I definitely do not need any more clothes because we already had a son born in July. This is a boy due in July, so he can wear all of Shepherd's old clothes. So I just need to get my husband to get the big like crates down from the garage with all the baby stuff in them. I want to kind of redo our third bedroom to make it a nursery for this baby. And also we got like a day bed that's like a trundle, pulls out into a king size bed that can also be a guest bed. And so I feel like probably we may, like if I unexpectedly go into labor early or something like that, we would probably see if my mother-in-law could come, if it happened at night or whatever, then we'd probably see if my mother-in-law could come like sleep in that. Now we have like a guest bed or someone could come and stay in with the boys to take care of them while my husband takes me to the hospital. So that's really a relief that that's all set up. And then that's also going to be where I potentially sleep when the baby is here. If I don't know what we're going to do in terms of like co-sleeping, if he's just going to sleep in his own nursery sit from the beginning, or if he's going to sleep in our room in like a bassinet, which would be my preference. But regardless, the bed is not uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, my hair. And so the bed is not uncomfortable in there, so I could easily just sleep in that room, and that would make nursing a lot easier, and then my husband wouldn't have to like wake up with the baby. And so I'm really eager to get that room kind of all set up. I'm gonna order some little accessories and decorations for the room, and then we're gonna do the day bed and the crib right next to it, and I'll do like a canopy over the crib to kind of like section it off a little bit. And then we'll do like a dresser, changing table, and then my husband right now uses that as a room where he works. So I don't know what his plan is for like longer term, where he's gonna work from, but we may have to, because I do work from home like at least like a day or two every week, and so I kind of still need my desk unless I don't. And the benefit of me working from home is that I have multiple monitors and I can work much more quickly and be much more productive. So if I were to just go like sit at the kitchen table on just my laptop, it's not really any benefit to being home versus like at my client site. So anyway, we need to figure out like our work from home situation, because we are going to be in this house like for the foreseeable future. I think we're thinking through like at least 3 more years. So that being said, we need to get his desk out of there, his like makeshift desk set up out of there. The changing table right now is like holding his computer monitor on it, so we need to find a new home for that, rearrange some of the furniture that's in there, and then figure out what he's gonna do. As well as I need my husband to bring in the crates with like the newborn clothes, the crib sheets, the newborn stuff, the pumping, like breastfeeding pumping stuff. So all the like newborn era new stuff. I need him to bring all of that in from the garage. But yeah, anyway, our families were so excited. They're all so thrilled. I have one name that I'm very excited about, but now that I know it's a boy, and I was like set on this name before I had like one girl name and one boy name that I was like, these are the names for whenever we found out, before we found out the gender. And now that it's a boy, now that we know it's a boy, it's like, okay, the boy name, but I'm not like 100% set on it. And also my husband has not like 100% endorsed it. So I don't know if that's going to be the name or not. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I do really like it. And I think it's like the perfect, like it's like, but it's like, is it right for this baby? I don't know. And my husband also kind of feels like, wait until the baby's born and like confirm that that's the name. But in the past, we've always like, except like my birth last year for Hamilton, who we lost, which was very early. We didn't know, like obviously we went into we didn't know when he was going to be born, and we didn't know he was going to be born so early, so we weren't like in a hurry to like pick the name super quick. Right up until like I was going into labor, he was about to come out, and we were like, what's his name going to be? So that one, we had like 2 names, but the whole time I loved the name Hamilton the whole pregnancy. And so I was like, that's my top name. And then we named his middle name my husband's first name. So for this baby, I feel like the name that I am thinking of is going to be the name, unless he just like comes out and we don't want to name him that at all. And the other thing is that with Shepherd and William, who are my other 2 sons, I made little hats that had their name. I got little hats embroidered. It's like the Kissy Kissy brand newborn little hat, baby hat. And there's a store near our house that does monograms and like embroidery. So I had their names embroidered on it in the same font, the same color. Like I try to stay like a different coming home outfit, but like a same look, same style for both of them. So I think I will do the same for this baby, and I'll probably just have to go with the name that I think it's gonna be. And then if he ends up, at birth, we decide, oh, it's a different name, then we just won't wear the hat. Like, and maybe, I don't know, he just won't wear a hat. Like, he doesn't need a hat. It's going to be the summer in Texas, so he obviously, like, doesn't need a hat, but the hat is so cute. So, anyway, that's why we do that. Not really to keep him warm, but just for, like, it's a little get-up that babies wear when they come home from the hospital. Just gotta wear it. So, anyway, if you watch this whole video, thank you so much. I hope that you can be just as excited about this pregnancy as I am, or excited for me, I guess, because obviously, like, we have been trying for 3 years now, and we've had 5 losses, and 2 like miscarriages, 1 very premature birth, and then 2 chemical pregnancies. And I am just really, really grateful to have made it this far. I feel like very protective of my peace this time. I feel like I'm really attuned to like every symptom and every like thing that feels strange, and I'm trying to stay like very vigilant about all that stuff, but obviously there's so much that you just can't control and is just totally out of you know, like there's so much that's unforeseeable. So I'm just enjoying each day to the best of my ability. Like enjoying being like a loose term, but trying to enjoy each day, trying to be like grateful each day. I'm so grateful each day that I'm pregnant, but trying to like just be like, this baby is here with me now, well, and is doing well and growing, and heart's beating, and everything looks good. So and like we've got a great, you know, plan of care, I think, set up. And so I'm just really excited, like at this point, and optimistic for how everything's gonna go. So anyway, if you watch this whole video, awesome, you're the best. Thank you so much. And I guess I'll like keep making updates on this now that the cat's out of the bag and we're telling everyone about it.